the whole process where I have very little to do with the negotiations with staff and the questions asking of staff. I really just have very little to do with it, and I sit back and watch everyone take control of the process, and I think that's very exciting.
The biggest thing I have noticed across is the empowerment. A group, and I'm a great believer that real change needs to actually happen from the grassroots up. And that, before we started the process, is something I couldn't say that I would have been confident with, but it's something that I am very confident in now, because I've seen a workforce that have been energised. I've seen teachers saying, well, I can be that true agent of change, I can make a difference. And just how empowered they feel to say, well, we can make a difference, we can make this school what we want it to be.
Have the trust of the leadership team means that we can be leaders ourselves.
There has to be a level of trust in the whole system. Trust from the sponsorship of it originally. Then the group would come together and work towards finding a goal.
Change is often something that frightens people a little bit. They can be apprehensive. What we discovered at our school is that if we allowed people to become a part of the change, to make the decisions and have a bit of ownership over the change, then it's much less frightening for them, and that they can feel like they not only are involved but that they own it themselves.
I was aware of schools that had made dramatic changes and for the better, and were at the leading edge of pedagogy and so on. I was aware that these places existed, and I think perhaps because I've been here so long, and sometimes you do get frustrated at the rate of change in a school. I don't think I was totally confident originally that that could occur here, but I came away from the Change 2 process knowing that it could definitely happen, and in fact that it would happen. So a great sense of confidence that terrific things were going to happen here.
We ensured that all staff had the opportunity to have an input into the solution that we were coming up with. So we actually invited all staff to share their ideas with us about innovative teaching, and from that we were able to come up with our solution. And by engaging the whole staff in that process, it means that when we're selling this solution to them at the end of it, they've already had buy-in and they know where these ideas are coming from. So it allows them to buy into the idea a lot easier, which then makes the whole process an easy sell. So
something that has changed within my own, well, it's my ideology really rather than practice, is that change is possible. I suppose I've been teaching at this school for 4 years, so you fall into a pattern and you fall into behaviours that are part of the culture that you're in. So it was really wonderful for me to now be thinking that every day that change is possible, and that what I do, what I think, can have an impact, and it can be used for something, and that change will happen and is happening right now.
I'd say to any principal who's thinking about undertaking this process, I think they would miss an opportunity if they didn't. I'd say it works, therefore they should do it.